All right, guys. Got three things here. This is a pretty nice lot. Then a couple of other things. Not even sure what's in the bottom one here. We might even start here, actually. So yeah, I got a new phone. My iPhone 8. Feel free to laugh. Finally died on me. I had that thing. God, I don't even know how long I had iPhone 8. Whenever iPhone 8 came out. But anyway, I got an iPhone 14. I didn't get the 15. I got the 14, which is plenty good enough for me. And I'm noticing, looking through the screen, it looks like the video quality is way better. So win-win. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you haven't seen any of my live streams or anything, I like old candy items. That's my world. Okay. Actually, I just realized this one isn't even for me. It's for my wife. She ordered something. I didn't even realize that. Okay, nonetheless. Yeah, that's probably why I didn't know what was in there. I was like, what the fuck? All right. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's something, in this I already had many times. But I bought this to flip. So you'll see in just a second. Man, absolutely stunning day. Beautiful day, spring day around these parts. Yeah, so I had to pick these up. This is 1985 Amaral Rambo Black Flak bubblegum pouches. A seller had 3 of them. They're empty, but the price was just so crazy good. There's just no way I can pass it up. Absolutely love these things. I have the box for them, and I definitely have all the variants I've ever been able to find on Rambo Black Flak bubblegums. But yeah, so I just picked up these 3 wrappers. Another reason I bought them is they're in such great condition. They weren't torn. They actually opened them up a much proper way. Some of them are cut on the sides, but it's better than being ripped. But yeah, I just picked up those for almost nothing, so definitely a nice little score there. And that's something, I'll put, in the store or whatever. Let me get this set up, actually. Get the money shot. Put that over there. All right. Anyway, I've got one more. So this is a really nice lot. I picked this up for $35, and you'll see how, probably, I think you'll get why I bought it when you see it. And I want to explain, sort of my thought process with lots like this. So this will be an example of that. Okay, if I can get it open. I'm really careful opening things like this because I like to reuse the boxes for when I sell stuff. I've never actually bought any box to ship anything with. I always recycle all these years. Damn. This one has the heavy duty tape on it. I'm gonna go grab my little X-Acto knife. Whew. Fuck, man, I might just bail and go to the back of this thing. Should have did that already. All right. Anyway, this is a really nice, kind of older lot of candy. Here we go. Jeez. And there's some gems in this, and I know this seller. She used to be a buyer, but she just recently started selling, and there's actually things that I sold her years ago that are in these lots. I don't know if she's getting out of the game or whatever, but her stuff is always sealed and really nice. So yeah, I picked this up for $35 right off the bat. I sell these for $50 just by themselves, so I already made the money back right here. This is a '84 Fleer Haunted House candy. But anyway, it has ghosts and shit on it. I always felt with these could have been darker. Like, to me, the haunted house design wasn't dark enough. You know, just kind of glancing at it, it doesn't remind me of a haunted house. But if you look closely, yeah, there's monsters and stuff in it. Well, the camera quality is way better with the new phone, ain't it? Next up, yeah, you might remember this from another live stream, but these are the CD. Let me get you a view on it. Shit. CD Candy Company. Now, if you remember in the live stream, you probably don't. I told you the neon ones are from the 90s, which this is. This is a 1990s neon one. Another clue is they have a white base instead of the gold. Actually, I still have the other one out. Yeah, I didn't even put it up yet. Here we go. So, yeah, these are the old ones. And these are the 70s, 80s, and these are the 90 ones. I love them all, man. They're really cool. So if you open it, it just should have like a little stick, little candy tarts. Yeah, I have a ton of these things. I never sell them. I mean, not typically. I just love them. All right. Next up is a Novo Bonbon. Yes, I did say that right. Novo Bonbon Popeye candy beads. Novo Bonbon put out, or they distributed a lot of the Popeye candies from the late 80s, early 90s. And so if I turn this thing, what's it say? It says Novo Bonbon, Toronto, Canada. Now in the States, it was released for Albert and Sons. But these are really cool. I do have a little soft spot in my heart for candy necklaces. I had a little girl in school I was sweet on, as we say. I never got sweet on her. We were just kids, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but she had the candy beads around her neck sometimes at school. I cringe at the thought that some kids would actually take a bead from her neck and eat it. But she would offer them. Next up is another Popeye that's in this French-Canadian writing. That means it's going to be the Novo Bonbon one. There you go. Hopefully you can see it. Novo Bonbon. Now, I've known about these for years. This isn't like... That's why I'm not like flipping the fuck out. I actually have boxes of these, like full boxes. But yeah, back in the day when I found these for the first time, I was freaking out. Like Novo Bonbon, you know, they made those. Yeah, guys, I got this whole lot for $35. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is a W&F Manufacturing, or also known as Glen Confections. This is a wax gum that's in the shape of goofy teeth. So the concept is you put this in your mouth, you know, like a mouth guard, but you can chew on this shit. You might even remember when we were kids, there was wax chewing gum products. Well, almost all of them came from this company, this one company, Glen Confections. Yeah, the back has some, you know, it's hard to read. It's pretty worn, but crazy. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's see. Next up is a late 90s, early 2000s Chocolate-Aid or Chalk-Aid little novelty Band-Aid chocolate. What I love about Sweet Tarts, they're always dated. Thank you, Sweet Tarts. You're amazing. So let's get the date off this thing. So satisfying. 1980. God, I love dates on my collectibles. Here's a 1980 mauve colored Sweet Tarts. Yeah, I could not believe she sold this for $35. At the end, I'll tell you what everything's worth, just for fun. Next up is a 80s. It's hard to date these. They range from actually the mid 80s to the early 90s in this package design. It's all based on that font, but also just the style of packaging. There's no dates on these Friera Pan stuff, unfortunately. Next up is probably an early 90s. Hard to say, though, whether it's a Planter peanut variant or a Nestle variant or whatever. But it's the Lifesavers Fun Size. We have a generic grape gumball. A very old Tootsie Roll. These are pretty nightmarish to date. They're never dated. So as a collector, you have to go off some of the most small variant changes that you really have to know your stuff to date something like this. But my gut is this is maybe 80s. Next up is a 1990 animal candy. Reminds me of those little cookies. Pretty cool. And then a Popeye one that's in French Canadian writing. I don't think this is Nova Bonbon though. I'm sorry, 1992. I don't think I even said the date. Next up is a vintage. This is one of the prizes of the entire lot. This is a real vintage Sugar Daddy Nabisco Brands variant. This is in the sweet spot of Sugar Daddy, the candy line. I've seen these sell for over $100. And this is certainly would definitely go in that range, except I'm not selling this one. One we skipped over was another one from the same era, Banana Taffy Bats. Sealed, beautiful condition, my God. And then this was a little outlier. It's another one of the candy cigarettes. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Starks. Let's see. No, Worlds. Now, Stark did have a Viceroy style. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I picked up. So I'm just going to go through everything. Just for fun, I'll just give you some prices, just, something to talk about. So yeah, I picked all this up for $35. Like I said, I sell these for $50, so we already made our money back. And I don't need this one. So the things I'm keeping, though, I'll just tell you, I'm going to keep this. I don't actually have a sealed Fireball. Keep these. I already have this and all this other stuff, I think. I might hang on to this guy for now. I'm sorry, I forgot something. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of these candies that get rubber banded to other candies. It's like a generic pack. Now, they are cool, and this one's especially cool because it has so much writing on it. Usually, they don't say much. Oh, damn, I'm forgetting everything. Okay, there's also a bubblegum cigarette. Maybe 80s or 90s. It's completely hard to tell. Generic. But yeah, a lot of value here, so I'll just give you some prices. Something like this, 20. Same 20. Now, of course, you'd have to have good photography and a good listing, and you have to kind of tell people what it is. Because, with a lot of candy stuff, you have to educate people. Like, not everyone knows what they're looking at. Okay. This one, same. It's actually not much value there, even though it's so cool. Something like that, maybe $25. This, you'd be lucky to get 10. Something like this, there's a lot of nostalgia surrounding Fiera Pan stuff, especially vintage stuff, like super classic mid-era vintage stuff. You could even get, at least, $50 for that? At least, really. If you make a proper listing. Like I said earlier, that's an easy $100. Maybe even something for this, actually. Someone who's building maybe a general store in their backyard, a lot of older people do that. They would need stuff like this as props, basically. These sell all the time in the 50 to 100 range. Sometimes more, but this one isn't that interesting visually. I bet a lot of people, if they just looked at this, wouldn't even know what it is. They might think it's like part of a flour or something. They wouldn't know it's even tea, so that kind of hurts the price on it. You know, $10. A lot of this stuff is 10. There's a lot of lifesaver collectors out there. They tend to be an older crowd than the people I usually run with, but you know, something like this, maybe $25. You know, $10 for each of those. I don't know about this. 15. Now, if you can date it, it really helps. But if you just put something up like on eBay and you don't know what it is, they're not going to know either. So you have to kind of like research everything first. Yeah, guys, that's all I got. So, yeah, just a little recap. Got these 3 wrappers for Black Flack. They're all opened, but they're in really nice shape, so I couldn't pass that up. And then got a pretty nice lot here. So, yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm still waiting on that thing to come in from Ukraine. It is going to be spectacular. It's amazing. So, check back with me later in the week. Oh, okay. Hey, Kevin. Okay, yeah. That's funny you said that you sold a lot of these in elementary school. There was a kid, I'll just tell you real quick. I think it was 4th or 5th grade. He would literally at lunch go around, and he had like a little sandwich bag full of candy, and he would get either a quarter or 50 cents, depending on what candy it was. And I know that kid was making like $5 or $6 every day at school. He was like a little hustler. And I bought some shit off of him back in the day. But yeah, that's awesome you did that. And what I figured out, because I always wondered like where he got his stuff. What he was doing was he would go to the gas station on the way to school. He walked. And every morning he would go to the gas station and he would buy a bag of bulk candy. And then he would go sell it at our school every day. Yeah, he was awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Russ Van out.